Hi everybody, welcome to Cambridge in the Arts. Richard Odom again, your host. Sorry we're a little late, we were out doing batting practice. I'm happy to have here with me Dan Nolan. Dan Nolan's not only an artist, but he has been doing a lot of baseball art recently. And I thought this would be a perfect time to have you come in while we're having the opening of the baseball season.
That's right, yeah.
And while we have time, I want to show people your website, www.dannolan.com. Now that's not case sensitive, right?
That's right.
Okay, so it can be little Dan.
Yeah.
And little Dan, okay. And I give people a chance to write that down. And your email is Dan at, that's DANNOLAN.com.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to remember.
Yeah. So at the website, you can see all his art, and if you want to, and there's also a link to his email. But if you want to email him directly, then you have Dan at DanNolan.com. Okay. Let's see if this works. Nice. So, what have you got for us today, Dan?
Okay, well, I thought I'd bring in some of the baseball paintings that I've been working on. Like you said, I've been working as a painter for self-employed for about 3 years now, and doing mostly portraiture work.
Oh.
But, you know, whatever people will pay me for.
Yes.
A dog, a boat, a house.
But you have a book out, don't you?
I do, yeah. In this 3 years, I've also completed my first graphic novel, which I wrote and illustrated and self-published and everything. It's called Business Casual Stag Devil Death Boy.
Say that again?
It's called Business Casual Stag Devil Death Boy.
Stag Devil Death Boy.
Yeah, and it's kind of a dark satire that takes place in an office, in which I could show you the book.
Yes, let's take a look.
Yeah.
We'll throw that.
That's the cover of the book. It's in comic book stores around Boston and Cambridge.
So here it would be in Rodney's, around the corner here?
It's actually in Pandemonium Books, which is around the corner.
Okay, Pandemonium.
And then it's in Harvard Square. It's available in the Million Year Picnic and Hub Comics over in Union Square, and New England Comics in the 3 Boston and Cambridge locations.
And Newbury?
It's actually not in Newbury Comics at this point.
But it's in New England, and that has,
it's in New England,
you say 3 locations?
That's right, Allston, Brookline, and Harvard Square. So
okay,
that's one of the things I've been working on during this time. So
this has already been selling.
Yeah, it's been selling pretty well. That's a difficult market to get into. I never thought I would find a job that was less lucrative than painting portraits, and I did. It's being a comic book artist is.
Well, sure. I mentioned it would be hard to break into. Now you say that's a dark satire on what?
That's right. Well, it's based in an office, and as you can see, this character here is named Business Casual Stag Devil Death Boy, and kind of a surreal, outrageous character with fire for hair and large stag horns and aviator sunglasses and blood on his shoulders, but he's wearing the same business casual outfit as everybody else. So
sounds pretty ruthless.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't want to give it away, but he wears these sunglasses, and the other characters get themselves reflected back by the image of this character, and then he doesn't say anything, so they see themselves in the character, and his silence allows them to sort of open up, and it gets into the, you know, maybe the weirder sort of neuroses or
of the other people,
the dreams of the other people, and
he
stuff
uses
like
that for material.
Well,
you use that for material.
Yeah, that's the basis of it, basically, you know.
All right, and that sells for how much?
And that is $25.
Okay.
It's full color, which is why it's so expensive.
Oh wow, yes, that's beautiful
Yeah.
color. I like that. Is that an alligator?
That's right. That's the character named Cubicle Croc.
Ew, that's a crocodile.
Yeah,
And he's
a
friends with it, huh?
crocodile. He's a crocodile that's also a metaphor.
Yes, yes. Okay.
So that's that. That's one of the things I've been working on. But in addition to the portraiture, which I can show you in a second, I'm a big baseball fan. So I started. Boston's a great baseball town.
Oh, isn't it?
And I started doing these
wow.
small paintings, which I had hoped to get a hawkers and peddlers license and sell them around Fenway, but it's really quite difficult to you can't peddle anything for a 5-mile radius around Fenway.
I see.
But of course, about a half a mile from Fenway is the river, and on the other side of that is Cambridge.
Right.
So I was considering doing it in Cambridge, but there's a lot of technicalities and expense involved in that.
There always is. There
Yeah.
always is. And that's one thing good about the internet and community television is that you can advertise your wares in those mediums
That's right.
as you're doing now.
Yeah.
Now,
And
that's a beautiful picture of baseball.
Thanks. Yeah, these are basically
The seams.
yeah. So I did a lot of like I took a bunch of photos and then photoshopped different portions of the baseballs, and that one's probably the most zoomed out of the bunch.
It looks like it was caught in flight.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is I'm
You got the
planning
shadow there. You got the whiteness of the new ball.
I'm planning on doing a series of these, and the particular ball that I used was kind of an old ball that I found on a playground. So it's got that weathered look, which kind of gives it a nice sepia.
Here, yes.
Sort of
And yet here
thing.
it has that new look.
Exactly, from the brightness of the light. But
Okay.
I'm planning on doing about 20 of these total. So some
Yes.
of them will have that sort of dark area, which is kind of like grass, and then some of them
Beyond
I'm
it, yes.
going to be doing like a blue sky as
Yeah.
a border. And other ones
Now,
are-
what would something like this sell for, Dan?
these I'm going to sell? They're 9 inches by 12 inches, so I'm going to sell them for $50.
Okay, sounds like a good
Yeah,
deal.
it's pretty reasonable.
Now, this is oil. Am
It
I
is,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
I work, as far as the painting goes, I work primarily,
In oil.
almost entirely in oil paints. I've done some other stuff, but that's the
Oh, yeah.
medium I enjoy the most.
Yes.
So that's a little more zoomed in.
Yeah. And
And,
yes.
When you really zoom in on the baseball scene, when you look at a
Hold on now.
baseball, the seams are pretty small, but when you can zoom in, there's some pretty cool geography.
Yeah, and each one is just a little bit different, even though they're tightly woven.
Yeah, and the holes are a little bit different, and then like as you see the angle change, the seams look a little bit different.
Let's try this. Yeah. Yeah. So this is the way to do
So
it.
you-
And then you
yeah,
see
you
that
could-
green.
you could hang it
see,
either.
You see that grass here.
That's right.
Yeah.
You could hang it either
Yeah.
any which way you like.
To your taste.